Welcome to another OmniEd Brief. My name is Christie Bonfiglio, and for the next few minutes, I'll be sharing a few thoughts on one topic within a short series of videos on the process of communication between caregivers and educators during online learning. Please be sure to take a peek at the other videos in this series, but for now, let's be mindful of contact, tone, and transparency. Online learning can be tricky, and effective communication between the caregiver and educator is essential. Tone and transparency will set the stage for the conversation, allowing for a meaningful and effective outcome. Let's outline the following, and then we'll take a deeper dive. First and foremost, use the preferred form of communication to clarify technology expectations, determine lesson structure and the schedule. You should solicit ideas to assist and request additional examples. These tasks will support clarity to assist in successful learning. So let's get started. Our first consideration is to be sure we contact the correct person. It's important to know if our conversation should be had with the teacher or the principal. What roles do they play and which responsibilities do they have? Understanding these factors will allow you to select the right person once you have identified the purpose of your communication. Another consideration for long-term consistency is to email from a commonly used address and then continue with it in the future. Educators will be able to locate past communication easily for reference if you use the same email address over time. Encourage the child to use the school address and to check it often. Educators will be using this address when they email, and it can avoid issues with the learning platform as well. You see, some platforms are set up to only allow the school address. Let's now turn to tone. We want to ensure that all conversations are respectful and kind. Even when there are concerns, we can voice them in a way that affirms everyone's point of view. This is when we use what we call the sandwich approach. Begin with things that are going well. What do you like? What's been successful? Then ask your questions and voice concerns. Please be specific and include examples. Follow by reaffirming the positives and be sure to say thank you. Online learning is hard at times, and it is good to acknowledge best effort. Ensure that the communication has a purpose. Be intentional about the topic and focus, prepared with information that can support problem solving, and communicate a goal for your conversation. Why do we need to chat? What is it about? What does the issue look like with examples? What do we want to see happen when we finish the conversation? When we have these conversations, we are looking to problem solve together. Be prepared to ask your questions and request help or more information, but please avoid simply complaining or accusing an educator. You see, effective communication happens when we have established a respectful foundation, and we can certainly address concerns in a productive manner. Remember that communication sandwich? Again, let's reinforce the need to be specific with our communication. It is much easier to resolve issues when we can see what is going on. So, respectfully be transparent and provide those examples, what you see, what you hear. And finally, provide your availability for this communication. Be clear with which means of contact is best, a phone, an email, a virtual meeting, and what days and times are available. Contacting the correct individual at the school is crucial for resolution. Know who to contact and when. Then, when you have that conversation, be mindful of establishing respect. Sandwich that communication. Be purposeful with the conversation and avoid calling only to complain or accuse. We can accomplish so much more by establishing the right tone. Use consistent contact information and provide your availability for easy access. You see, taking these steps will strengthen your relationship and the conversation, plus it leads to better communication with the school. Thank you for participating in this OmniEd Brief. Be mindful of contact, tone, and transparency for effective communication between caregivers and educators during online learning. Be sure to check out the remaining videos in our series and visit us at omnied.org. At OmniEd, we are all for education, and we believe in education for all.